Fans of the couple won't be kept waiting much longer. Yet, their upcoming wedding festivities are set to be eclipsed by a shocking development tied to Betsy Swain. It has now been confirmed in Coronation Street that Lisa Swain and Carla Connor will officially tie the knot on a specific date. Even though the ceremony is drawing near, a startling revelation involving Betsy threatens to interrupt the celebrations. Their romance on the ITV soap has faced constant hurdles ever since they confessed their love in late 2024. Between Carla's ongoing health concerns, the surprise reappearance of her brother Rob Donovan, and Lisa's unresolved trauma from her past, their bond has repeatedly been put under strain. Just as everything appeared to be falling into place with Lisa popping the question and the pair settling into number 6 Coronation Street, chaos struck once more. Lisa's past came back to haunt her when her ex-wife, Becky Swain, unexpectedly resurfaced. Becky had previously been presumed dead while on duty, so her dramatic return caused upheaval, particularly as it occurred only days after the engagement and clashed with Bet's 18th birthday celebrations. Intent on restoring her family unit, Becky swiftly succeeded in creating distance between Lisa and Carla. In emotional scenes, Carla, the owner of the underworld factory, ended things with Lisa. Although she soon regretted that decision, Lisa seemed reluctant to repair their relationship, leaving Carla heartbroken. Circumstances eventually shifted when Carla teamed up with DC Kit Green to investigate Becky's real motives and to expose corruption involving Lisa and Kit's superior, Dee Costello. Becky's plan to flee overseas with Lisa and Betsy was ultimately stopped. After it emerged that Becky had kidnapped Carla and locked her inside a storage facility, Carla and Kit stepped in. Though only after Becky had been involved in a devastating car crash while traveling to Hull to catch a ferry to Rotterdam. Thankfully, Lisa and Betsy escaped unharmed, and Becky also survived the collision. Becky's future now appears bleak. Despite being treated by paramedics in an ambulance, she was taken into custody by Lisa and later sentenced to 12 years behind bars. Meanwhile, happier times seemed to await Lisa and Carla. With Becky no longer interfering, the much-loved pairing nicknamed Swirla by viewers reconciled. Although their reunion was initially uneasy, Carla ultimately chose love, and the couple joyfully confirmed they were back together. It has since been officially announced that their wedding is approaching. Producer Kate Brooks earlier revealed the nuptials would take place this spring, and Monday's February 6th episode confirmed the big day as April 23rd. Interestingly, their ceremony will coincide with a murder that promises to send shockwaves across the cobbles. The groundbreaking flash-forward episode made available at 7 a.m. on Monday through ITVX and YouTube before airing at 8:30 p.m. on ITV revealed that Megan Walsh, Theo Silverton, Maggie Driscoll, Jodie Ramsey, and Carl Webster could potentially be the victim in the looming murder mystery. Each of the 5 characters appears to have reasons that might make them a likely target. In the time-shifting episode of Coronation Street, events begin with a police interview set on April 23, 2026. During the intense questioning, a shaken and emotional Betsy tells officers how she came across the dead body of someone she knew. Still dressed in her wedding attire, Betsy explains that she had attended her mother, Lisa's marriage ceremony to Carla, but was heading into town when she made the grim discovery. As the storyline returns to present-day scenes, viewers see how mounting tensions and dangerous choices among the 5 suspects could ultimately place them at fatal risk in just 2 months' time. As the special installment draws to a close, the timeline jumps ahead again to April 23rd. The 5 possible victims are shown standing on the cobbles while fireworks from Lisa and Carla's wedding light up the night sky. In the flickering glow, the camera reveals an injured and battered Carl, a visibly frightened Jodie, a menacing Maggie, Megan with blood pouring from her nose, and a guarded-looking Theo, all gazing anxiously into the darkness. In the final moments, Betsy Swain lets out a blood-curdling scream that rings through Weatherfield. Yet, the burning question lingers. When that dramatic day arrives, which resident will she find dead? Coronation Street is set to intertwine 2 explosive plot lines as Jodie Ramsey turns her attention to a fresh victim and causes chaos once more. In tonight's episode, manipulative newcomer Jodie makes another calculated move by subtly pushing the unsettling Mal Roar to continue chasing after Bernie, Winter all on. But are the locals anywhere near realizing the true extent of Jodie's malicious streak? Her latest act of revenge is driven by bitterness after Bernie reprimands her during a shift at the cafe. Friction builds when Jodie hands Brian Packham the wrong toasted sandwich, prompting an already overwhelmed Bernie to lose her temper. Bernie's fragile state is understandable. She is still mourning the recent loss of Billy Mayhew while also being haunted by painful memories of her late son Paul Foreman. On top of that, Mal's frequent appearances on the cobbles are unsettling her as she worries he might confess to her husband Dev about the reckless night they once shared. As Jodie fumes over being scolded at work, she quickly picks up on Bernie's visible discomfort whenever Mal is nearby. Even though Bernie later says sorry for snapping, Jodie has already decided that her co-worker must face consequences. Later, during a quiet conversation on the street, Jodie deliberately fuels Mal's hopes by falsely suggesting that Bernie secretly harbors feelings for him. "She told me she was genuinely moved that you cared." Jodie deceitfully claims, "You should see how she brightens up when you're around." Well, as much as she ever does, but I'd say you definitely boost her glow a bit. Mal walks away thrilled, convinced there may be a romantic future ahead with Bernie. This manipulation arrives just as Mal has been pretending to share Bernie's fascination with crystals and angel cards, attempting to connect with her through her favorite hobbies. Teasers for next week's episodes confirm that Mal's inappropriate conduct escalates dramatically, eventually leading to him being violently assaulted. Bernie is taken into custody over the incident and fiercely maintains that she is innocent. But is she truly blameless? Coronation Street appears to have revealed the identity of its upcoming murder victim after sharp-eyed viewers noticed a subtle clue. A major new plot is about to rock the cobbles, culminating in one resident being found dead. In a tense flash-forward episode broadcast on Monday, audiences saw Betsy Swain questioned by police after she discovered the lifeless body of someone familiar to her. Megan Walsh, Theo Silverton, Maggie Driscoll, Jodie Ramsey, and Carl Webster were all presented as possible victims, each seemingly with motives that could make them targets. When the storyline shifted back to the present, fans began analyzing every character's actions, speculating how their current behavior might lead to a shocking death just 2 months later. At the start of the episode, the 5 potential victims were shown individually. Maggie exited the Rovers, while Megan was seen, leaving her flat opposite. Theo watched from his window, waiting for Todd to return from a run. Meanwhile, Carl was chatting with Jodie inside Roy's Rolls when Kevin and Abby dropped in for their morning coffee. Kevin and Abby, once a couple, recently struck up an uneasy friendship after bonding over their shared dislike of Carl. Noticing them laughing together, Carl couldn't resist making a snide remark. "It didn't take you too long to get cozy again, did it?" he quipped. Abby fired back. "It's unbelievable, really. The way you managed to act like you're somehow the one who's been wronged in all this." However, it was her next comment that truly caught viewers' attention and sparked theories online. She warned him, "Carl, if you don't take a hard look at yourself, you're going to end up a very sad and lonely man." That line convinced many fans that the soap may have subtly foreshadowed Carl's fate. Taking to social media, viewers began sharing predictions about who will ultimately be killed in what many have labeled an intriguing storyline. After a turbulent year on the street since his arrival, numerous fans believe Carl's reign of chaos is nearing its conclusion. One user on X wrote, "I'm certain it'll be Carl who dies," while another added, "Surely Carl is the obvious choice. His time must be up." A third viewer commented, "Here's my theory. Most of the possible victims are newcomers, villains, or both. The only ones who've been around for at least a year are Theo and Carl, so maybe it's between them. Or perhaps Carl and Kevin clash again." Others echoed similar sentiments with one saying, "For me, it has to be Carl or Theo." And another posting, "I'm ruling out Maggie, Jodie, and Megan. It's either Carl or Theo. Maybe they take each other out." The next 2 months of clue hunting will be exciting. Another fan insisted, "It's definitely Carl. It has to be. Theo shouldn't get off lightly." Actor Jonathan Howard, who is from Lancaster, joined the show last year as the charming but calculating Carl Webster and has been at the heart of drama ever since. His debut marked the first on-screen appearance of Carl, a character previously only mentioned occasionally by Debbie and Kevin. He quickly made an impact and stirred up conflict. Recently, it was revealed that Debbie Webster is actually Carl's biological mother rather than his sister, a revelation that caused shockwaves. Although the show has yet to officially confirm who dies, many viewers are hoping Carl's storyline will soon conclude. Others suspect Theo could meet his end, potentially wrapping up the hard-hitting domestic abuse narrative. Coronation Street airs on weekdays at 8:30 p.m.